Dirt is good. I'm gonna see if I can convince these girls to eat a little bit of dirt. So yes, today we are gonna get dirty because I want to explain the health benefits of getting dirty for you and your kids. Science knows best. I'm Koaw of Koaw Nature, where we millennials are reconnecting with nature to be more nature-heroic for ourselves and our little ones. And today, we are getting dirty. The girls are learning why they shouldn't be afraid of getting dirty. And if you already let your kids get dirty because you know how awesome it is, then I want you to post below and say so. And if not, I hope you will have a bit more confidence to let yourselves and your kids get dirtier when they are outside. Yeah, so when I told the girls that we were gonna go outside and put dirt in our mouths, I think Leona looked at me like, El tigre blanco está loco. Soy el tigre blanco. But we live in a different world than our ancestors. In the last 100 years or so, we have begun sterilizing everything. Once we figured out what bacteria were, there was sort of a reaction of panic and fear and this bias against the microbial community. And it is jacking up our microbiome. We are, compared to our previous generations, more obese, more stricken with asthma, more stricken with allergies. And we have increasing evidence that all of this is tied to our microbiome. All those trillions of bacteria within us that have essential functions within our body. So all of this falls under the Hygiene Hypothesis. A theory that suggests an environment that is too clean will not stimulate or challenge an immune system, thus making it susceptible to things like allergies and asthma and getting sick. In other words, the more exposure that your kids have to diverse bacteria, the better off their immune system will be. Stronger. Rawr. Children who grow up on farms and interact with dirty environments and domesticated farm animals are 50% less likely to develop asthma than kids who don't. And kids that live with dogs are 13% less likely to have asthma than those who don't. And dogs are dirty, we know that. And they're also sharing a lot of awesome bacteria when they go outside and roll around and come back in and rub all over you and sleep in your bed and you cuddle with them and tell them not to kick you. Well, that happened, yeah. So getting outside often and getting dirty, especially at a young age, lets the body recognize what the real world has to offer and build a healthy microbiome in response. It's like naturally vaccinating your kids. But you still need to vaccinate your kids with the standard ones at the doctor's office. Don't be a fool. Those are still very, very important. So I have convinced the girls that dirt is good, and I've given them the option. They have the choice to put dirt in their mouth if they want to, because I've convinced them that they won't die, but they'll get stronger in response. Alright, who's ready to eat their dirt?
Me!
Okay, so remember, you don't have to swallow it. We're just gonna put it in our mouth, okay? Is it rico?
Yeah. I'm Leona. Dirt is good for me.
Okay, here. Laugh at your sister over here. You think that's funny? You think that's funny?
Yeah.
Should we rub some more water in her face? Here, Leona. Leona.
My shirt.
You're cruel.
I need to say to my mom.
What are you gonna say to her? You're gonna say dirt is good? Here, you want the rest? Girls, did we learn a lesson today?
Yeah. Dirt is good.
Ah, very good.
Dirt is good, and watch more videos of Koaw Nature.
The real lesson here is that getting dirty is not that bad. It's actually good. But let's be smart about this. Don't be picking up fecal matter and just putting it in your mouth. Pig fecal matter has horrible, horrible stuff that you don't want. Other animals do have salmonella, you gotta be careful. Staying in pools of water that have been sitting for a while, those can be bad. So you gotta be smart about it. It's about finding a balance between clean and dirty. Share and like this video if you agree that getting outside and getting dirty for you and your kids is a good thing, and be sure to comment below with your thoughts on getting dirty. Spread some knowledge, be nature heroic, and keep loving the beautiful chaos of nature. And if you want, you watch another video, subscribe, blah blah blah, all that yada yada stuff. I'm tired, it's like 1 in the morning and I'm filming. Buenas noches.
Good work. She's a champion.